A National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the NFC South. The action is only moments away. All that and more coming up next.
The cannons of the pirate ship ready to fire in the north end zone. We can only be one place. Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, the home of the Buccaneers. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. We've got a couple of teams, Greg, that can make it happen with the defensive front. That's going to be a huge focus on this game.
With the importance of the passing game in today's NFL, Mike, you know how great it is to be able to disrupt that timing and throw off the quarterback's rhythm. And no better way to do that than by being able to get after them, especially with your defensive line. You don't have to blitz. You don't have to bring a fifth rusher. Keep that secondary intact. If this defensive line can cause havoc in the pocket for this quarterback, it's going to go a long way towards slowing down what's been a very good offense.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a fifth-round selection out of the 2024 draft. From South Carolina by way of Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
And here we got a guy, Mike, that was a bit of a polarizing prospect going through this year's draft process. I mean, on the field, there's no mistaking it. He could flat out play. He can make all the throws. He operated that offense down in South Carolina at a really high level. The question is, there was some off-the-field concerns, a couple personality issues that seemed to leak out through some different media reports. With all that being said, whatever's true, whatever's not, if he can match his potential with his on-field performance, he's got a shot to be a starter in this league. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. Rattler now back to throw. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. A nice throw there by the rookie, and he earns his guys a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
They put Wilson in motion. Here's Rattler. Open man, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He works free, right side. And he will go all the way. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, Saints. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. The kick is good. The Saints will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. On the return is Sean Tucker. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Buccaneers led out by their quarterback, Baker Mayfield. He was in Cleveland and Carolina, and then with the Rams. But now year 2, and it feels like he's found a home. Greg here with the Buccaneers.
Yeah, you have to feel good, Mike, seeing Baker Mayfield back established as a franchise NFL quarterback. He had such a tough journey these last couple years, bouncing around multiple spots around the league. And then last year, down in Tampa, he has a chance to get them to the NFC Championship game just a few plays away. If he continues to play up to his potential, this team's going to be tough to beat.
Right to the air, it's Mayfield. This pass is caught by Cade Otton.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7, and it'll bring up third down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Open man, right side, he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On play action, Mayfield. That is caught at the 3. To the goal line and in. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bucs come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, here's Mims. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Saints offense ready to possess the football for the second time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kendre Miller. Uh-oh. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big game, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare them to stop it.
Now the first carry of the game for Jamal Williams. The ball's out. And this is taken in by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely, and results in a completion.
3rd down, 3 to go. Baker gonna give it to Irving. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. Cedric Wilson back to receive. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. The tight end Moreau is in motion. That pass caught right side, Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and That was a good one there. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll send the tight end in motion right. They'll run with Miller. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Tyke Smith, they're on the stop.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, the one he was looking for, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot. Valdez-Scantling on the move. Here's a handoff to Miller. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing is Rattler. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
To throw, it's Rattler. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. We'll have more from Tampa after this. The Saints lining up in punt formation. Back deep for the Bucs, their speedster Trey Palmer. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Bucky Irving, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. Here comes Otten in motion. They go play action with Mayfield. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
On first down is Mayfield. This one is caught by Shepard.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
2nd and 7. That's Palmer, the man in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, he creates great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a 1st down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate. Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Irving. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. The Saints have got it.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Here's a 3rd and 10. They send Evans in motion. Now Mayfield. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Here's the punter now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. The Saints offense ready for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now Rattler gonna throw. Taken in right side by the tight end Johnson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rattler. A pass taken in by Miller. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Rattler. That's complete to Valdez-Scantling. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
That's taken in by Clyde Edwards-Helaire. This a mess on the offensive end. He goes out of bounds. That's going to be a loss of 5 yards on that play.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. But as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
Rattler now back to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
That's over the middle and taken in by Valdez-Scantling. Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the timing between the receiver and the quarterback. It's a really nice route. He's going to take this up the field, and then when he pulls that string back and he comes out of his break, the ball is there immediately. You can't wait for the receiver to actually look. This ball is well in the air before that receiver comes out of his cut.
And he'll take this down to about the 7. The tight end Moreau is in motion. A give, and here comes Williams. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Here's Rattler. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Cedric Wilson. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
On comes Blake Groupie for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Saints will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bucs offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll run with Irving. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing is Baker. Going up top for Evans. And that is incomplete. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. 3rd down coming up.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them,
and they will continue to go backwards, he's taken down for a sack. Here's their punter now, as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. A fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Saints offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Valdez-Scantling on the move. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Back to the air once more on second down. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On comes the punter now. He'll punt for the 2nd time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Buccaneers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's caught left side by Otten. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 73 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Buccaneers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Saints offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. That's Moreau, the tight end, open downfield. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll drop to throw. He'll look underneath, and here's Miller. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
He'll get that one to Valdez-Scantling. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Back to the air one more time. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. The tight end Moreau is in motion. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but it still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Here comes Blake Groupie for this field goal try. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Groupie's kick is good. And the Saints move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final moments of this 1st half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. He'll air one out for Palmer. That's caught! And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
And what a swing in momentum here as you go into the half. Here you are offensively. Not only are you losing, but you really just have a desperation, no time on the clock. Let's see if we can steal some points. And you convert. Tell you what, that locker room looks a lot different now than it did a few minutes ago.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. The kick is good, so add one more, and it will take a 1st half lead into the locker room.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs were treated to a fine 1st half by their quarterback. That's Baker Mayfield. He threw a 1st quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the 2nd quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the 2nd half. pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Here comes Otten in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's Evans. Gain of 13 for number 13. And a 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. This one is caught by Shepard. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. 2nd time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. Slot man in motion left. To throw is Mayfield. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in 1st and a mile after taking a penalty on 1st down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable 2nd down.
A give. This is Irving. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Man in motion, heading left. From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up first and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? And goal. And he can't hang on. Complete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the... And it'll be second down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll try to run with White. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's fourth down. They'll try to run. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
These are the opportunities when they present themselves, you have to capitalize. And in this case, it was the defense that forced the turnover on downs and kept them out of the end zone.
The visitors' offense ready for their first possession of this second half. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start first and 10. They'll start the drive with Miller. Oh, the defense snuffed that one out. He'll lose yardage, mark him back at the 3.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On the carry, it's Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Third and long. On the handoff, this is Miller. The Saints will punt this one away, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. And this is gonna be a touchdown. Right place, right time. They avoid a turnover and turn it into 6 points. What a big play for the special teams unit, Greg. They get the block and the score, A big swing that starts with getting to the kicker.
Yeah, exactly right, Mike. And anytime you draw up a successful punt block rush, it starts with identifying the breakdown of the protection unit. In this case, they found that weak link. They were able to exploit it. It leads not only to the block, but to the touchdown.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and Spencer Rattler set to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. First and 10 now from the 36. Looking to throw, Rattler. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
To throw, it's Rattler. That's caught by Edwards-Helaire. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Miller. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. It was Joe Tryon-Shoyinka able to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Rattler. This one is caught by Moreau. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
That pass caught right side, Valdez-Scantling. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's Rattler. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Now Rattler going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, we sit up here all the time and we try to break down why certain plays work or don't work. Well, this one's not real tricky. I mean, he just simply needs to catch the ball. I mean, that close to the first down chain, he just catches that ball and turns upfield. They extend this drive. He's got to come over to the sideline, take a deep breath, tell his guys, hey, man, that's on me. And he's got to go out and make that next play because his team's going to need him to play better as the rest of this game continues. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, You don't feel very good about coming away with field goals, but in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He made the field goal a moment ago. Now Groupie backed out to kick it away. Irving now on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. They'll run it. It's Irving. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Slot man in motion right. Second down throw for Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 31 yards.
What I loved most about this was just the ability of the quarterback, Mike, to so quickly go through his progression. You see early on at the top of his drop, his eyes are downfield. Quickly realizes there's not a lot of opportunities downfield. Check it down to your back and see if he can pick up the rest after the catch and move the chains with his legs.
Mayfield to throw on first and 10. This one complete to Palmer. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here comes Otten in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And the Bucs are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Here comes Otten in motion. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Bucs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. Good return, but he pays the price at the end. Picked up and thrown down. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll stick to the ground. This will be a Saints first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll run, and they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Throwing now is Rattler. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Rattler now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on downs.
So as an offensive coordinator, you have to have answers for what the defense throws at you. And in this case, your quarterback is sitting back there. He has nowhere to go with the ball on fourth down. He ends up taking the sack, and now your drive is over.
The Bucs offense ready to see what they can do. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Slot receiver, headed right. On first down is Mayfield. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and You're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Williams on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good, but see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Right away, they'll set up to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. They'll try it now with Miller. He is met and dropped. Couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Buccaneers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Irving. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Get this complete right side to Otten. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
On 3rd down, it's Irving. Irving's got a 1st down, still going. Give him 16 there, and a 1st down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it, and no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
They'll go again here with Irving. He'll be stopped, just a short gain, down to the 30. Here's a 2nd and 9. Right back to Irving. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Open man, left side, he's got it. About 19 yards on that one, and they're in business. It's 1st and goal.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. Here's a run. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. 2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. They'll go with him again. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. Taking off, and he's into the end zone. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Tampa. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Bucs are able to extend the lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. Past midfield. Look at him go. And he's going to take this all the way back. 93 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this, and they go back and get a score of their own.
Groupie able to add the extra point. The Saints are able to cut into the deficit. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. And they're going to take over possession.
The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield ready for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Baker gonna give it to Irving. He's gonna be taken down at about the 30.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. So, fire the cannons. It's a win for the Bucs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers get the win, as we say so long from Tampa.